My dear students of Standard 9, it's a very good morning and welcome you all again to my today's class. Today, I am going to discuss about some important rivers of Bangladesh which play an important role for the economy of Bangladesh. Previously, you have learned about the major rivers of Bangladesh. So, today I am going to discuss on the rivers of Bangladesh, that means the river Pashur, the Shangu, Feni, Naf and Matamohari river. These impacts of these rivers in the economy and reciprocal relation between the river and the dwellings in our country. Follow the map of Bangladesh. Especially I am going to discuss on the southern and southeastern major rivers of important rivers of Bangladesh. About the Pashur, first follow. Pashur river is situated in the districts of Khulna, here the nearer to the Mongla port, and the Bhairav or Rupsha flowing by the south of Khulna advanced further and by the right side of the land masses of Trikona and Dubla, the Chor of Dubla, and through the southern Sundarbans of the Mongla port has fallen into the Bay of Bengal, and the length of this river is 144 km and wide range of from 460 meters to 2.4 km, and we know it is the deepest river in Bangladesh, and this river is so deep that the ship can either enter or leave the Mongla port easily throughout the year, and this river plays an important role as a river route of Khulna to Borishal or vice versa. So it's the one of the important rivers of Bangladesh. But on these rivers, our government wants to establish the Rampal power plant project. What critics said about this project? Let's watch a video on this project.
Sundarban, the largest mangrove forest and the home of endangered Royal Bengal tiger, is under threat or not. This is the biggest environmental controversy of Bangladesh, which is now an international environmental issue. The government is moving fast forward with the Rampal power project despite the protests from national and international environmentalists claiming that the power plant project will cause massive and irreparable damages to the Sundarbans, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. However, government encountered such protests saying that the government had taken all necessary measures to safeguard the mangrove forest.
রামপাল বিদ্যুৎ কেন্দ্র নিয়ে দেশের উন্নয়ন বিরোধী একটি মহল বেশ কিছুদিন যাবৎ ভিত্তিহীন, কাল্পনিক ও মন গড়া বক্তব্য এবং তথ্য দিয়ে প্রকল্প সম্পর্কে মানুষের মনে এক ধরনের নেতিবাচক মনোভাব এবং ভীতি সৃষ্টির চেষ্টা চালিয়ে আসছে। সাংবাদিকবৃন্দ, প্রথমেই আমাদের ঐক্যমতে আসতে হবে যে আমাদের বিদ্যুতের প্রয়োজন আছে কি নাই।
The project has been mired in controversy since its inception, and here we take a look at the state of play. The Rampal power project is a proposed 1,320 megawatt super thermal coal-fired power project in Bangladesh. But critics say the project is a recipe for disaster. Globally, such plants have been associated with air and water pollution, with the additional risk of coal and oil spills associated with transporting the coal for the plant.
বিদ্যুৎ মানুষের দরকার, বিদ্যুতের শিল্পায়নের জন্য বিদ্যুৎ দরকার, জীবন সমৃদ্ধ করার জন্য বিদ্যুৎ দরকার। এটা হচ্ছে আমাদের প্রথম বিবেচনা। সেই বিবেচনা থেকে আমরা বলি এমনভাবে বিদ্যুৎ উৎপাদন করতে হবে যাতে সেটা টেকসই হয়, সেটা কম দামের মধ্যে পাই, যেটা যার জন্য বড় ধরনের কোনো ক্ষতি না হয়।
Under India's Central Environment Ministry classifications, this plant would be extremely dangerous for the environment. The coal is likely to be imported, raising the risk of transportation accidents. Just recently in 2014, a tanker accident in the Shala River in the region spilled thousands of gallons of oil in the waters.
So, what will be the negative impact on environment if we establish this power plant? So, construction of power plant at Rampal, the ecosystem will be largely affected due to traffic movements, oil and chemical spillage and dredging. The project will use deep tube wells and water of the Pashur river for washing coal, which will push groundwater level down and will completely destroy the ecosystem of the river. Let's know the another important rivers of Bangladesh. Some important features about the rivers Shangu. originated from the Arakan hill. That means having originated from the Arakan hills and entered into the Chittagong hill tracts, and it was named river Shango, and it is has fallen to the Bay of Bengal, and it is 208 kilometer of length. About the Feni River has fallen into the Bay of Bengal, flowing by the southern part of Sondip Island. The river Naf, situated at the border area of Bangladesh and Myanmar, you know about the Naf river, and its estuary is very wide. This estuary in Bengali, it is known as Mohona, that means meeting place of the sea and ocean, and its mouth is very wide. Its length is 56 kilometer. About the river Matamohori, so Matamohori has its source in the Meivar hills of Lama, and this river has fallen also into the Bay of Bengal by the western side of the districts of Chokoria, and its length is about 120 kilometer. Let's know the influence of these rivers on the economy of Bangladesh. So these rivers are the source of irrigation, industrial use, and generation of hydroelectricity. We know there are different types of irrigation technology, so we use these waters in these different types of irrigation technology, and also hydroelectric power plant situated on the rivers Karnofuli, and here goods, the main routes of transportation and communication of home and abroad, then carry seed to increase the fertility of soil. So we know water for irrigation, cultivation, land was also possible to get from the rivers, and rivers are closely related with catching fish and for survival, and their roles also as the main source of food and earnings are also significant. And today fish provides more than 1 billion poor people with most of their daily animal protein. So river is necessary, and many lives and livelihood are related with this river, and fish provides also nutrients and micronutrients that are essential to cognitive physical development, especially in children, and are an important part of the healthy diet. And on these rivers, the 3 seaports also situated, that is Chittagong, Mongla, Paira. Here the reciprocal relation between the river and dwellings. See, for example, here besides the Nile River, civilizations also had been developed, and rivers have a great contribution to the buildings of human civilization, we know. So about this Nile civilization, we can say that is the mild flooding, therefore able to use the river for irrigation purpose. Then prevailing winds made trade winds possible both north to south on the river. So using the trade wind, the traders also on that time they use this trade wind for their business purpose. And rich deposits of clay, granite, sandstone and limestone used for making building, seal deposits rich for farming, then papyrus used for made ropes, sandals, then bags, baskets, paper, etc. So human beings used rivers for the development of life and livelihood, and they would establish their dwellings near the rivers and search for livelihood too, we know. And as a result, the relation between rivers and the human being has been reciprocal, as at present this reciprocal has been multifarious and very close. And in our country, human beings have set up the villages and towns as the permanent dwellings through catching fish, carrying goods, developing trade and commerce, etc. The population growth was utmost on the river banks, we know, and in our country most of the towns and cities are built up on the bank of the rivers, such as we can see that is Dhaka is built on the bank of the river Buriganga, Chittagong is built on the bank of the river Karnofuli, Naranganj is built on the bank of the river Shitolakha, Sylhet is built on the bank of the river Karnofuli, Sylhet is built on the bank of the river here Shurma, and Kumilla is built on the bank of the river Gomoti. Let's know the common irrigation project of Bangladesh. So now the use of rivers is establishing the industries, factories, etc. is utmost, and rivers are giving priority for developing a modern irrigation system to cultivable land by the modern technology, and it is planned to bring the vast area of follow fast GK project, the Ganga Kapotakho project, Kushtia, Joshor and Khulna under this irrigation system of this project, and the people of the area will be benefited in agricultural production. From here, the multifarious project planning of the Kornofuli ships are being moved through the waterway of 644. So Kornofuli will be the another project. Then Tipaimukh Dam, the river on the river Borak River in Sylhet, Chandpur irrigation project, the Meghna and Dakatia River, Barindro irrigation project, that is Bogura and Rajshahi, Tista barrage project also on the Tista river. And the people of Rangpur, Bogura and Dinajpur are getting benefit from the Tista barrage project. So the project is very important for our country, and role of the rivers is being increased day by day to develop the economic condition of the people of Bangladesh, to protect their health, to ensure fresh air and the supply of water in the cities. And in the northern zone of the country, as the rivers are being dried up, crops fail and the human life is facing the threat of danger or destruction. So that is why dredging is very needed to keep the navigability of the rivers immediately, and we have to be very much aware about the safe of the river. So thank you all today up to this.